Hi students, this lesson is on direct variation. I just want to give you a friendly reminder that when we're taking notes, you need to write everything down that you see in the notes, whether it's definitions or formulas, or if I'm solving an example problem, writing down the steps. Because what I show in the notes is what I'd like you to show in your bookwork that you do in class. So with direct variation, there is a formula we're working with here. It's y equals k times x. And what we're really trying to find here is k. And k is what we call the constant. It's a constant number. So looking at these two definitions, working with this formula, y equals k times x, two variables, x and y, vary directly. If there is a non-zero number k, such that the following is true, where you can use the formula y equals k times x. The number k is the constant of variation, and constant of variation means a constant slope, and you will find that the k value is the same as your slope value. Two quantities that vary directly are said to have direct variation, which is our formula y equals k times x. So let's just get started here with some examples. Example number 1, it says find the constant of variation and the slope. So the constant of variation, that is your k value that we're solving for. So in the form of y equals k times x, this is my constant of variation. And what we've seen before is y equals mx plus b, and m is representing your slope. So really, m and your k are the same thing, your constant, working with your slope. So if we look at this formula here, y equals 3 times x. This is in the direct variation form. So we have 3. And we also have, they want us to find the constant of variation and the slope. Well, if we look at this graph right here, if we look at our rise over run, if we rise here from the origin 0, 0, we go 1, 2, 3 over 1. Our slope is going to be 3, which means our constant of variation, k, equals 3. So my answer for this, for finding the constant of variation and the slope, well, my constant is 3, constant of variation, I should say, and my slope is 3. So slope and k are the same value. Example number 2, the variables x and y vary directly. So that's working with direct variation. And they want us to solve with the direct variation in the form of y equals k times x, when x equals -3 and y equals -30. So they first want us to write an equation that relates our x and our y, and what we're ultimately doing here is finding my constant, finding my k. So my y value is -30, which equals k, we don't know k, that's what we're finding out, times my x, which is -3. So to solve for k, this is like solving equations. We're going to take the opposite, the inverse operation of k times -3. So we're dividing -3 to both sides. So my k, my constant of variation, -30 divided by -3, is going to give me a value of 10. So my constant value, constant variation is 10, value of 10. So from that, finding my k, we can now answer part B of this question that says, find the value of y when x equals 8. Well, we're going to use the formula y equals k times x. We said from the previous problem A that k is 10, and they're giving us x equals 8. So y equals k 10 times 8. Well, 10 times 8 is 80, so y equals an answer of 80. So there are two parts to this question, and you'll see these kinds of questions in the bookwork when we do this in class. So you'll have to find k, and then once you solve for k, you can then answer the rest of the question. So that is direct variation, and we'll continue looking at some more examples in class.